in my opinion, if Lexi Hull doesn't do what she does in that game, Seattle beats them. When's the last time Lexi Hull caught fire like that? Not never. So now here's the question with Lexi Hull. Can she do it again? Now, I don't expect her to go 6 for 7 from 3. I don't expect that. But can we expect, I don't know, 10, 12 points? Is that reasonable? Is that a reasonable request after you done dropped 22? So is that another room, another door for offense for Indiana? Because everybody knows they still guarding Caitlin Clark crazy. And she manages to find a way to get it to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell is draining them threes. And plus, Kelsey Mitchell can get to the rack faster than anybody else, arguably in the league. There's only a couple people, in my opinion, that are more explosive than Kelsey Mitchell. Arike is one. Jewel is close. I would put Sabrina, I would put Kelsey Plum and Ionescu, maybe Jackie Young and Kyle Copper. It's not too many, and that whoever would be top 1 through 5, that order would change. But Kelsey Mitchell is one of the most explosive in the league. So she can break your ankles and go by you. And she got that long, one-handed scoop. You think she going to dribble it, but she don't. She just keep it out there and scoop it up. A lot of times she coming in too hot and the ball comes off the rim and they don't convert. But most of the time she hitting those shots. So, that's a good point, VVS. That's a good point. No media training at all. None. And that goes back to my point. Maybe you said that when I brought up the point about them not being ready to be mainstream. Because I don't think they understood what being mainstream is. When Kennedy Carter checked Caitlin Clark, I don't think Kennedy Carter or Angel Reese was ready for what mainstream does. When the paparazzi are waiting for you when you get off the bus to ask you dumbass questions. Did you call Caitlin Clark and apologize? Man, if you don't get up out of here with that nonsense, I can't blame that. I mean, they're supposed to have security, and I'm sure security was there, but let's keep it 100. They were not expecting that. They weren't ready for it. They weren't ready for no paparazzi. They haven't been the WNBA hasn't been in the situation where you got folks following you to dinner, trying to ask you questions when you got to have security keep people out, or you got to tell a restaurant like, hey, you got a private room for us. Like, they've never had to deal with that. Maybe a couple of players, but for the most part, other than, Candace Parker, or maybe if you want to go back when Cheryl Swoops and all of them were coming out and they were big, they were crazy high from the Olympics back then. They was on Martin and on the TV shows, and because social media didn't exist. Being on YouTube didn't exist. So if you were on the number one sitcom and you were playing Martin in a game of basketball, that was huge. Everybody saw that.